Hi, Smart News. We have two news items today that fit into the categories news you can use and news that will make you laugh. And I feel like we need a little bit of this with the tough news cycle that we've been in lately. So we're just going to jump right in. The news you can use is also a little bit the news that can freak you out, but it's better to actually know about this stuff than not know about it at all. So that's the approach I'm taking anyways, as I was looking to avoid these headlines and then said, okay, I should really read about this because this really matters. Okay, this news story is about anyone that has a mobile phone, which includes us, obviously, right now. And so before I get to the big headline, which has to do with spyware and your cell phone or your mobile device, I just want to give you kind of this big picture overall. Most everybody has a mobile phone. We know that. We also know that we're not supposed to click on mysterious links that come into our phone or any of our devices through email or text messages. Text messages are key. Have you been getting a lot of these kind of random text messages with links? Hopefully you don't click on them. Probably shouldn't do that. A big no-no. We know that because we know about phishing scams that can lead to hacking, people infiltrating your device. Well, there's something we should know about cell phones in general. And really when it comes to messaging apps, this is important because our phones are made to take in information from unknown sources, right? Someone calls you that you don't know. Their call is going to come into your phone. If someone texts you from a phone number that you don't know, it's going to come into your phone. If I texted you and you didn't have me in your contacts, it would still come in. If I sent you a little image or a little GIF or a little Bitmoji, something like that, that's fun, your phone is automatically giving that data a cursory read because it's taking it into your device. And this is really important for the type of spyware that's now out there and that's been out there for a little bit of time. One particular spyware is called Pegasus. And what this is a spyware that is a no-click, basically is no-click hacking. So it's a way to send someone a message over a messaging app, maybe iMessage or WhatsApp, for example. And your phone, by actually just automatically sort of reading the data, takes in the bad stuff and allows someone access into your device. So they have access to your photos, your camera. It can start recording you. It can tell someone your location. It does everything you can do on your phone and more, according to one analyst. Super scary stuff. So the key to this is that you don't even know because you didn't click on anything. You were actually being good, right? You didn't do anything. But being sent to your device is what actually happened and allowed this infiltration. So the news this week is that apparently this Pegasus spyware was able to exploit an opening in Apple devices. Apple has this reputation for being somewhat unhackable, and apparently there was an opening that the spyware was able to exploit, and another firm found that. And so this is a big deal for a couple reasons. It really talks to the sort of threats that we're facing when it comes to cybersecurity. You don't have to do anything. Someone just gets your number and is able to get into your device. But it also speaks to some security breach at Apple, which doesn't necessarily have that reputation. Now, Apple says, listen, these are really advanced spyware that's used often by nation states, and this has been true of the past, by the way, to target certain individuals. Reports in the past said Saudi Arabia uses spyware to spy on journalists, for example. So not necessarily your everyday citizen, but the question is, when does it come more pedestrian for the rest of us? So what can you do about this super scary stuff? That's a great question, especially when you don't have to do anything to actually allow it into your device. Well, Apple just issued this week an update. And so if you have an Apple device, you should update it. And if you don't have an Apple device, you should still be aware of it. This is a good reminder that sometimes those software updates are sort of annoying, but usually it's for a reason, and security is one of them. We can have a whole other conversation about how our phones are tracking us anyways. We just don't want the bad guys tracking us without us knowing it, and turning on our microphone and recording us when we don't know, right? So this spyware is specifically for messaging apps and just something to be aware of. Okay, so we'll move from the super freaky news to actual fun news. When I saw this headline, I thought, this isn't real. This can't be real. Come on. No, it's actually real. I saw the study. There is I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud. Researchers have learned to potty train cows, guys. That's what's actually happened in the science community. We are now potty training cows, little calves, in fact, and they're doing about as well as, your average
child. And so the reason behind this research has to do with animal waste. We know that animal waste can actually become toxic and be a threat to the environment, water supplies, soil, all of that. So this started apparently as a kind of a joking conversation on a radio talk show in New Zealand. And a researcher took it up and thought, well, what happens if you could actually train cows about where to go to the bathroom? And they actually did. A small group, just a few, a little bit over a dozen calves were trained where to go, number one, not number two. Parents know that's always another step. Number one, most of the calves were able to be trained where to go, number one, in about 2 weeks. A little part of the stall. They got a reward for doing so. And so the question is, can you actually can you actually train cows about where to go to the bathroom and then eliminate this factor that, by the way, a lot of farmers deal with, which is, you got to take care of your animals. You can't just have animal waste all over the place. This could be cutting edge research. You're hearing about it here first. By the way, I put this out on Insta story, and Amanda, thank you, Amanda, sent me this picture, and she's like, Jenna, hey, by the way, totally trained steers growing up. They can do all sorts of things. I had no idea. So thank you, Amanda, for this beautiful picture of you as a young child training steers, opening our minds to what's actually possible. Potty training cows. Maybe it'll save the environment. I don't know. That's what the researchers said. Maybe the cows can help solve a problem that's actually existing out there. It's a very serious issue, animal waste. Now you know. Get this. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to bring you somewhere. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. This is a report. I'm going to show you something. You got to show, broadcast news and reporting, it's not about just telling people. It's about showing them. That's what my journalism teacher, taught me. I think it's true. This is a half gallon of milk. I had to check. I was like, is it a gallon? No. Half gallon of milk. Look at that happy cow, not potty trained. Could be someday. Half gallon of milk. A cow can urinate 8 gallons a day. That's 16 of these, if my math is correct. It's always dangerous to do live. 16. This is why animal waste is a problem. You're never going to look at a milk carton the same. You're welcome. 16. This is why it's an issue. A little bit of everything here at Smarter News. We're going to do national security. We're going to do politics. We're going to really drive into the hard stuff when it matters. Cow potty training, we're going to own this story, okay? I'm reaching out to those researchers. We all need a little something, right? Something to smile about. It's great to have a laugh with you. We have to make sure we mix that into the news as well, because life is full of those serious moments and life is full of a lot of laughter, and our news has to reflect that. So I actually have a link to this study and a bunch of other really important news items that you should also check out today on smarternews.com. Questions, comments, jokes, all welcome, and so much more on Smarter News. Have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you later.